Today, you will learn SQL the modern way, and we'll be using Databricks and Spark SQL for it. So instead of running SQL on a small database like PostgreSQL or even MySQL, I'm going to be teaching you how you can use a distributed system that can handle hundreds, thousands, millions, and even billions and trillions of rows. And that's where Spark SQL comes in to help you handle big data and distributed processing. And so I'm going to drop a link in the description of this video to help you create a free Databricks account. So I want us to first go ahead and set up our workspace. Like I've always told you, your workspace is the home of every file and code that you'll be writing. They'll be stored inside. So you can see here, I already have other workspaces I have created. So let's go ahead and quickly create a special folder. I'll just call this SQL workspace and then I'll click on create and it's going to be created automatically. So you see our workspace is now existing and we still come over. You can create a folder, a Git folder, notebook. So for this lesson, I want us to make it more interactive. So we'll just come over here and click on notebook. As it opens up the notebooks, this notebook is just like your Google Colab notebook, Cargo notebook, or Jupyter notebook. So let's quickly close the menu and then you can see here this blue dot, it says connect. Once you click on it, you have access to your clusters. Now this is the Databricks free edition. So I have here the serverless and then the serverless data warehouse for SQL. So I'm just going to select this one and it will start switching it on. Okay, nice one. You see it's already showing green instead of blue. So it says it's already started. So the first thing I want us to do is to make sure that we are using SQL. So when you open this Databricks notebook, you find out that you have the privilege of using Arrow, Scala, SQL, or Python. So if in case yours was set to Python, all you can do is to come here and click on SQL. So that whatever code or query you write will be running as SQL query. Next, let's go over here and we'll rename the notebook. We'll give it a specific name that we want. And I will just call this SQL notebook. Then you just click on OK. So we have successfully renamed our notebook. And let's begin the lesson. So when you look, this is called a cell. And just above it, you see, once you take your cursor, just above it, you see this will appear, code, text, and for assistant, this is talking about using AI, okay? AI auto-completion and the rest of them, and then you can ask questions and AI is going to give you suggestions and the results. We can also use it for code correction or query correction where you have an error and it's going to give you all assistance you need. So let's quickly come here and add a markdown. A markdown is just like a topic. We'll call this, we'll say create, catalog, and schema. Okay, so I will just, for you to save this, you can use shortcuts, Control Enter. I want you to hit the subscribe button and the notification button. Please do me well to subscribe to my channel. I love you so much. I promise to give you and to bring to you more educating and wonderful and powerful videos. Okay, so first you have to set up your catalog. We use the create statement. So we say create catalog and we call the name of this catalog catalog SQL. So you can give it any name you choose. And so to run this and save the catalog, quickly click on display here. And so it says okay, meaning that the run was successful. So let's just go over, and the next thing I want you to do is to set this catalog as the primary catalog you're using. So quickly say use catalog, and we'll call the name of the catalog SQL. And so when I run this, it's going to start using this catalog as our primary catalog. And next we create a schema and pair it to this catalog we have just created. So we say create schema and we call the name of the catalog we just created and set to be used, and we add a dot to it. The next thing that comes after is the name of the schema. And I'll call this one SQL schema. Okay, so just quickly run it again. Congratulations, once more it says okay, meaning the run was successful. So let's create another cell. And here we will use that schema. We'll say use schema. And this is SQL schema. Good. Moving forward, we'll create a practical loan table to work with. So just come under this also. You can add a markdown or title. And so we just call this create table. So we use the create table statement. Or we can also say create or replace. So I'm just going to show you, this is how it will be. And you see, I'm going to drop this query in the description of this video. And we're using create or replace table. So it's going to check if the table is existing, it's going to replace it, overwrite everything and replace. And so when you write this statement, it's actually a command. You have to add the column names of the table you want to create or you want to replace. And in front of it, you have to add the data type. So we have loan ID, which is the ID of the loan. And then we have integer, which is number. The next one is the name of the customer name, which is string, or you can call it text. We also have loan amount, which is double, or you can call it decimal. We have the same for interest also, and then we have loan term, which is integer, or you can call it number. We also have loan type string, and for the last one you can see there is start date, which is a date type. So let's just quickly run this one. Okay, you see the run was successful. So we have successfully created this table. So let's just take a look at the table to see how the table is. We'll use the select statement, and so we say select all. Instead of writing all like this, all you need to do is to use this sign, this star sign, and say select all from loan table. And once you click on this, it's going to give you the table. And that's what we have here. So you can see for yourself, we have the table already created, but the table is totally empty. We only have the names of the column. This is loan ID, the same names that we gave here, which is loan ID, customer name, loan, interest, and term, loan type, and loan status, and the start date. So we have it created here. And so Databricks is so wonderful that you can actually click on the column and then you can get more details from each column. So to do that, you see these three dots here. You can click on those three dots and you can see filter. You can filter straight from here. You can format, and then you can pin the column. So Databricks is a very, very wonderful and powerful unified AI and data platform. And we're now going to populate the table we just created by inserting into the table. Now remember, this is the table and we have loan ID. Everything is empty. Everything is empty. So we only have the column names, no rows. We'll create rows for them. So to do that, please check the description of this video and you'll find this query in my description. It's going to be in the description of the video. So all you need to do is to go to the link, copy it. We're doing this just to make this video fast and for better understanding. So this is how you insert data into your table. So we will use the insert statement. And we'll say insert into and the name of that table, and then we give the value. So this first line here is the first row, second row, third row, fourth row. Now do not forget that we gave the data types here and the schema nature, which is loan, customer ID, and loan amount. So if you go down, it will arrange itself that way because that is how I actually prepared the query. And so you can see the first one is the ID, the name, and the amount. So let's quickly run this one. And wow, the run is complete. So you see there's a feedback here. It says the number of rows we have created is 15, and we have also inserted automatically into those 15 rows. So let's go straight to the next thing. which is the select statement. And you must understand that the select statement is used to fetch columns or rows. So we use it to fetch and to draw out information from our table. So to do that, we use it this way: say select all from loan table, and just run this, and it gives us every information in the table. Okay, because we actually told it to select all, and we are using this asterisk sign, this star sign here, to say all. Now you can see the first one, it says loan ID, customer name. So we have successfully inserted and populated this table. So the table is no longer empty. All right. Then we can also select specific columns instead of just selecting all the columns. So to do that, we still use the select statement, but this time we select only those specific columns by calling their name. So we say select customer name, then we add a comma. The next one we will add is loan type, and then start date. Then we say from loan table. And then we run it by clicking on the play. And it gives us only 3 columns instead of the whole column. So this is how to select specific columns. And sometimes you might just want to add a new column to your already existing table. And so to do that, we will have to make use of what is known as the alter table statement. So we'll just say alter table, and then we'll call the name of that table, which is our loan table. And we'll say add the column. Take note, alter table, the name of the table, and then we'll say add column. So the column we want to add, make sure you say add column, and the column we want to add will be called monthly payment. So let's call this monthly payment. And then we'll also indicate the data type, which is double, or we can call it decimal. So we call it double, double. So we just go ahead and quickly run this, and it will get automatically created. And so let's just check what we just did by saying select all from our loan table. Good. Okay, you can see it right here. So it says everything is null. Null means empty. Okay, so whenever you see null, it means totally empty. Okay, so we have created and added this monthly payment column, and just I'm trying to make it bigger for better visibility. So you can see it here, the last one, it says monthly payment, and everything inside says null, meaning there is no information in each of the rows. But what if we want to create a new column from an already existing column? Okay, for example, let's say we want to create a new table, and we want that table to only have a customer name and loan amount, but not just this same loan amount. We want to increase the loan amount by 100%. That is double each of these figures. So what you need to do is take note of the name of the column. The name of the column is customer name, and this other one here says loan amount. So guys, let me show you how to do that. Select customer name, then we call loan amount as new loan amount from loan table. Okay, but it's still showing the same values as it was initially. But what we need to do now to increase it by 100% is to say times multiplied. You can call it multiplied or times multiplied by 2. And so when we run this again, it's going to double it. So instead of 50 here, we're now having 100,000, 300,000. So instead of 30 here, let me show you the previous one. So we had 150 and 30. So it actually multiplied it. So you see 50, 150, and all the rest of them. So that's how you can create a column from an already existing column. Then if you want to create a table from an already existing table, what we need to do is to combine the create table statement, and then we include the name of the already existing table. And so we just have to say create table new loans as select all from loan table. So when we just run this, it's going to create a new table called new loans, and it will use all the columns, or you can say to copy all the columns from our already existing loan table. So this is what it gives us. You can see it says run completed, and let's see, whenever you see this green tick here, it means the run was successful, and we can see that it copied everything from this format table. And so we can quickly go and query the new table we just created. So still come under, and we still say select all from new loans. So you see, we're saying select all from new loans to see how it looks. So we already have two tables, okay? We have two tables now. We have loan tables and we have new loans table. To see all the tables we have created, including our schema, please just come over here again and we navigate to our catalogs. We go to the catalog we have created and set to be used. And then inside that catalog, you can see the schema we created. And if you open the schema, you also find those two tables. So guys, please do well to click on subscribe to this channel. I will be posting more powerful videos. My name is Uka Benjamin. I'm your favorite data and AI engineer. I am also an expert when it comes to machine learning operation and other data science works. But let's go back to our notebook. So come back to recent, and you will find here the notebook. But then also it's very important to be able to count your rows to ascertain the number of rows you have in your columns or in your table. To do that, we say select count, and we have our parentheses or brackets, and then we have inside of it, we say all from loan table. Which shows us that we have 15 rows. Okay, so this is how you can know or ascertain the number of rows you have in your table. But if you want, you can also do something more tasking. If you come up, let's go to our table. Okay, you can see our table here, the loan table. When you check, let's go over and look for loan status. So if you look at this loan status, you find out that some rows have it as active while some closed, others still active, and also we have default. So we have three status for the loan. We have active, closed, and then default. So let's say we want to count the number of active we have in our loan table. To do that, we say select count And remember, we have to state that we are selecting all. So select count and count all from loan table. Where loan status is equal to active. Write it the same way it is in the column, which is active, a sentence case, and then we'll just quickly run this. Okay, it says successfully, and so out of the 15 rows, we have 10 which says the loan status is active. Next is the limit statement, which is used to show only a specific number of rows. So this is how you do it. You say select all from loan table, and then we say limit 5. So the 5 here is the number of rows you want it to show. And so when it shows the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, when it gets to the fifth one, it's actually going to stop. And this is what I'm talking about. So we have here the first row, the second row, the third row, as well as the fourth and the fifth row, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. And so you can see it got to the fifth one and it automatically stops. So this is how you can limit what you want to see by using the limit statement. There is also the sort and order by statement, which is used to sort in ascending or in descending order. So this is how we can use it. So we say select all from loan table and we order by loan amount but in descending order. Okay, let me quickly show you what I'm talking about. This is our loan amount. This is our original table with 15 rows. And so you see here, this is the loan amount column, and we have 50,000, 150,000, 30,000, 80,000. So they are not in ascending or in descending order. And I think the last and the biggest one here is 500,000. So we want to make this start counting or reading from the highest to the lowest, which is also known as a descending order. So just run this and you'll see how it will rearrange everything. So you see we now have 500,000, we have 150,000. So it starts from the highest and it descends to the lowest. And we can also ask for the ascending by using ASC. And it doesn't really matter how you type it. As you can see here, I have the small letter, a lowercase, and then uppercase, but it understands what you're actually dealing with. So it gives us from the lowest, so we can just scroll, and so you see from the lowest. All right, so this is how we can do it. But take note that it will order it using only this loan amount column. We didn't just say select all by ascending order. No, we say select all, but we want to use this particular column for the filtering. Okay. And sometimes we might want to delete, drop, or even remove a particular column from our table. So the way you do that is to say alter, then we say table, and then we give the name of the table, which is loan table. And then we say drop column. Please take note of what we're doing. Alter the table, we give the name of the table, and we give the instruction. Please drop column, and then we'll spell out the name of the column, which is monthly payment. And moving forward, we can also use the filter and the where statement. Now, this is used to return only rows that meet a particular condition. So I'm going to show you how to use it. So the first example is we're going to be selecting from our table loan amounts that exceed 50,000. That is, we're exempting the 20,000, the 25,000, 30,000. So we're going to be selecting from this 50,000. And so we select 50,000. So let me just show you quickly how you can achieve that. So we say select all, or you can even select a particular column, but now let's select all. So we say select all from loan table where loan, this is where we use our where statement, where loan amount is greater than 50,000. And having run it, we will see this. So we have loan ID. It returns all the columns, but it will only give us rows that have the loan amount greater than 50,000. And so you can see from this former one, we had loan amounts of 20,000, 25,000, 30,000, but we're no longer having it because we have set a particular condition which has been met, and the loan amount has to be over 50,000. If this is dollars, then we can say $50,000 or naira, 50,000 naira, or 50,000 pounds. So whatever currency you're using. So we have 60,000. So I think the list here should be about 50,000 or thereabouts. So the list we have here is 60,000, which is above the 50,000 condition that we had earlier set. And you can also try to set a condition for loan type to be only business. So let me show you how you can also achieve that. It says select, let's use specific columns like customer name, say customer name, then add a comma. We also have loan amount and loan type. Let's use at least 3 columns to define loan type. From loan table, where this is now how we use the where loan type, where loan type equals to, and because it is text, we add the double quotes business. Okay, nice one. So you see, we have only selected it with this condition, and so instead of giving us the whole 15 rows, it's now producing only 4 rows, because in the full table we have let me show you, we have loan type, personal, auto, and we have business. So we only have 4 types of loan that falls under the condition of business. Okay, so this is how you can use the where and the filter. And you see, another important thing you need to understand and know how to use in SQL or Spark SQL is what is known as the union statement. Because you see, there are times when you might want to combine the results of 2 queries with the same column. So quickly, I will show you how it is done. But first, let's create a new table from an already existing table using some specific column. So we are creating or replacing. So either of them works first. So if there is a table with this name loan small, it will replace it. So we say create or replace loan small and select all, or select loan customer name loan amount from table, and we have a limit of 3. So this means that we only want to create a new table from this already existing table, but we just want only the first 3 rows. And after creating this table, we can quickly go and view the table to see how it looks. So we say select all from loan small. This is how the table looks. So let's use the union statement we just have to say select customer name. Remember that our initial table has customer name as one of the columns, and we also created the next table bearing loan small from that same former or initial loan table. So we have these two tables, and they have some unique columns, okay, which is loan ID. Loan ID still exists in the loan table, and we also have customer name there also, and loan amount. So we want to use the union to combine the results of the query. So this is what you do. You say select customer name from loan table union. Union means to put them together. Union select customer name from small. So let me just run this and show you. It still gives us the same 15 rows. But guess what? Because we actually created the next table from the already existing table, and we didn't really add in any different information, so it will just merge everything together. So right, you can see in this one we have John Peter, Grace Mark, and Samuel John. So when using union, it will check if it is existing and it is totally the same, it will just replace it. But if you are adding a new information from a new table and you're putting them, unioning everything together, then it's just going to increase the number of rows. Okay, so right now you can see we still have John Peter and the rest of them. So guys, that's how to use union. And if in case we want to combine rows from multiple tables based on a specific matching key or a specific column, we will use what is known as the join statement, which has primarily two types, the inner join and the left join. And sometimes you can even hear people talking about the outer join. But primarily, I'm going to show you how we can use the inner join and the left join. So first, let's create a new table with different values. So we're creating this table called customers, and it has two columns. We have the customer name, which is string, and then customer age, and we have to insert into it. So we'll quickly run this, and then we will have it bringing this as a feedback saying rows 3 created, and it's also inserted into 3. So let's just query it and see how it looks like in a tabular form. We say select all from customers. And so it looks more presentable inside this structure, inside this table. So we have the first one and the second one. So let me quickly show you how we can do an inner join and what inner join means. So for the first one, which is inner join, it is actually used to get data that are the same or have the same columns, okay? So we are dealing with two tables now. We are dealing with loan table, and we are also dealing with the customer table. So if you take note that in both tables we have the customer name column appearing. Okay, so we can use the inner join to join these two tables based on customer names. Let me show you how it works. We just go ahead and paste this. I'll leave the link to these queries, all the queries we're using in this lesson. I'll leave it in the description of this video. So we have here select. This L here stands for the name of our loan table. So instead of saying loan table dot loan ID, because this loan ID is a column inside our loan table. So instead of accessing the table by calling the full name of the table by saying from loan table, we just abbreviate it by using the first letter of the table's name by saying select L dot loan ID, and the same we do for customer. So we say C dot customer age. So we are just going to join these two tables together. Okay, so this is how we do it. Quickly run it, and congratulations, you see we now have these tables joined, and we actually spelled out the condition that we want the loan ID, the customer name, and the customer age. But remember that the customers table only have two columns, the customer name and the customer age, when we created it. But now you can see that we have combined the three of them together. Let me make this smaller for a better view. You can see that we have added the three of them together. Okay, so this is how it looks, and we have three columns instead of two, and instead of more columns when dealing with the entire loan table. But then for the left join, it's going to join the two tables together from the left, whether they match or not. So let me show you how this will work by running it. Okay, so we have still three columns, because they were the same columns we demanded for, which is our customer name, loan amount, and customer age. But this time, instead of, one of them have three rows, the latest table we created, being our customer table, have only three rows. Don't forget, let me show you. Have only three rows. Look at it. When we created, we only inserted three rows of data. So now we are trying to merge these two tables together to join them. And so remember, one has only three, but the other has 15. So others will become null, but it's going to actually join them together, whether they match or not. So you see, it will start joining from the left, from the current one that match. And so it will start from here. Yes, 1, 2, 3. And so the remaining of them, since one has 3 rows and the other has 15 rows, it will join them together. Okay, so the remaining 12 rows will have no data when it comes to customer age. So that's how the left and the inner join works. And so, my dear friend, if you have followed step by step from the beginning, then I will say very big congratulations to you. So next, I will show you how you can view this table from your catalog. So just come over here that says catalog and search for the catalog we created earlier, which is our catalog SQL. Click on it. Then inside it, you can see the schema called SQL schema. Also click on it, and you will find every of those tables we created. And also you can go back to the menu or even navigate back to our home page. Then head over to catalog and search for the name of the catalog, which is catalog SQL. And we will also find it here. Just click on SQL schema and all the tables will appear inside. So let's just open the loan table. You see, Databricks is a very, very powerful and easy to use platform. Okay, so this is the table, and right inside the table you can look at how it is structured. We have columns like loan ID, customer name, and the rest of them. And this is the data type. You can also add a comment. You can also add tags. It's so wonderful, and that's one of the reasons why I chose to do this lesson using Databricks. We can also go over and see how the data looks like. And so when you come here for the first time, it's going to say sample data is not available without an active SQL or cluster. So just click on select compute, and then you click on start and close. And then our table will show perfectly. So this is how the table looks like. So we can also get good details concerning the table. You can see it was created November 25th, 2025, created by me. This is my Gmail. And so this is very, very interesting. Just quickly click on open in dashboard. So just let's close this one. We can click on. And then next we can start building our dashboard either by writing the queries we want ourselves or by using AI. So let's just quickly use the AI feature inside Databricks. So we can select this and say create visualization using loan amount by loan type. So let's just click on this one, and it will automatically create it for us. So this is so wonderful. And if you want this, you can just come here and click on accept, otherwise you can reject that. And so you can create so many types of visualization, any type you want, even the one you have not even imagined. You can use AI here inside Databricks and it's going to create it for you. So guys, do not forget to hit the subscribe button. My name is Uka Benjamin. I'm your favorite AI and data engineer. I'm also your expert when it comes to machine learning operations. And I really want you to be the best in your data field, whether as a data engineer, AI engineer, MLOps, data analyst, or even a data scientist. I'm going to be dropping more wonderful and educating videos. So please make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification button. My name is Uka Benjamin Imo.